into that category, they're not buying anymore. They're buying assets. They're buying jets and private jets and fancy homes. Are you still buying?
I am. I continue to buy, but I'm invested in all sorts of things, and Peter Schiff does manage my gold mining stock portfolio.
Or
I am not one of those people that operates with a singular view. I do believe that diversification is a sound strategy that has withstood the tests of time. I am not a put all your eggs in one basket sort of person. I am definitely massively allocated to the cryptocurrency sector and continue to found, create, invest, and will continue to do so. Though I do hold gold and precious metals as well, and Peter Schiff, my neighbor and friend, does help me with that.
Yeah, Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger over the last weekend in Omaha, Nebraska, they really dislike it, obviously. I mean, it was here on Fox Business several years ago. They both called it rat poison. Meantime, you've done extraordinarily well with it, but the question becomes, does it go to zero? There are people who think it will simply because it's the adoption isn't that muscular in the grand scheme of things. However, Fidelity has just announced that they will add cryptocurrency as an option to 401k plans later this year. What would you say to people like Buffett and Munger?
Well, I mean, they're not known for their foresight or vision around innovation and the world changing. Obviously, the Sage of Omaha is one of the greatest value investor at scale that we're aware of. But how does that qualify him to have an opinion about kind of what's happening in this space? I wouldn't go to him for that type of advice. It's not what he's qualified. If you have a heart problem, you go to a cardiologist. If you got something going on with your head, your brain, you go to a neurologist. And Warren Buffett, utmost respect. And I love spending time with people that disagree with me. I think those are where the best conversations occur, which is why I love spending time with my neighbor. But it could go to zero. It's a binary outcome, right? It's either going to go to $1 million of Bitcoin or zeroed. It's going to be one or the other, which is why you shouldn't put everything there. This reminds me a lot of 1999. Right, we're in that phase, and what came out of that, eBay and Amazon and all sorts of interesting businesses came out of the dot-com sort of 1.0 era, and a bunch of it went to zero, and I think that will probably be true of what we see here. That doesn't mean the innovation isn't real, and it's not going to play an important role in our collective future. Right now, obviously, the conversation is about Ethereum, and they're upgrading to proof of stake. I famously just made a 9-figure bet on EOS. I converted all of my Block 1 shares into that. That's public. And beyond that, I'm very interested in what's happening within the NFT market. I was a part of the NFT.com purchase and launch, which happened last week. And Panama, their legislative branch of government, just passed its crypto laws last week, and excited for the president to sign that into.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, I come back with that video just to make you think. And guys, we have Brock Pierce, the Mighty Ducks, the child actor, one of the few puppets who have spoke about the Fourth Industrial Revolution. But he says that he continues to buy in a bear market. If you're trading, that is fine. But if you're buying to invest in, you're definitely going to have a better entry point. We know the Fed is raising rates, and that's going to shrink liquidity. That's going to hit stocks and cryptos. I'm not your financial advisor, not financial advice. Please do your own research. But he says that Bitcoin can hit zero. Now, a lot of these cryptos are going to disappear. But no, Bitcoin can't hit zero. The reason why is that Bitcoin is for the robots, algorithms, and drones. When they take over the economy, they have to have a way to pay each other. I know it sounds like a movie, but remember, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. But he did say he'd keep a diverse portfolio, and that should be common sense. It's okay to have gold. It's okay to have stocks. It's okay to have Bitcoin. Do not allow the media to sell you. You have to have either or. And then, guys, we have the Bahamas, the sand dollar, the stable coins. We know these stable coins are programmable money. They're going to act as fiat, but it gives the NWO even more power, where they'll be able to tell you what, where, and when and how to buy. Once this global economy crashes, then this free money will be airdropped. Do not forget what David from R3 stated. If you want to boost the economy, airdrop this free money. They have 3 to 6 months to spend it, or poof, it's gone. No more savings. And remember, the blockchain gives the NWO to all CNI. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
Plans are in place now, and FTX is here, and it isn't here because no plans were in place. They are here because we have a regulatory regime, and most jurisdictions don't. And we are improving our We have published a policy white paper framework where crypto business could understand how they can operate within our jurisdiction, how they can grow, prosper, and what we would expect of them. And a policy that also takes into account the balance between the concerns that people have about cryptocurrency and the risks that comes along with it.
Right.
And the policy is to protect the consumers, protect the integrity of the space, and at the same time ensure that we minimize all the risks that may be associated with the business. Dollar would be the dollar, and hopefully have it exported internationally.
Right. Wonderful.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate. Not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Team Save the Village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Team Save New York. From COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Drama Team goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.